Hello, everybody out there watching on YouTube. Welcome to race number 12 of Season 9 NNSCRA Walmart Cup Series. I'm Levi McIntyre, aka Thrash Maniac 99, the voice of NNSCRA Walmart Cup Series, here to welcome you to the Mountain Dew 300 here at Lime Rock Park, where we're getting set for 10 laps of racing here at the shortest road course we go to on the schedule. And also this is the last race we have before All-Star break. So Friday this week there will be no race put up. Instead, it will be the fan vote video. So be on the lookout for that Friday morning to determine who will make the All-Star race. That will be released on Monday. Monday, I meant. Or actually, no, Wednesday. The Open will be on Monday. The All-Star race will be on next Wednesday. But anyways, before we get into the lineup for this race, let's look at the point standings. Johnny Gardner leads by 21 points over Preston Plord. Third is Trent Dunham. Fourth, Dylan Young. And fifth is Pichu London. Rest of the top 10 is Katie Cochran, Matt McIntyre, Tim Walsh, DJ Curtis, and Seth Cole. Rest of the top 20 is Austin Mongold, Michael Norman, our pole sitter for today, Dorian Facepuncher, Charles Sanford, Austin LaPlante, Sean Galligan, Carson Gum, PJ Williams, Jesse Setti, and a tie for 20th with Joshua Collard and David Rivera. Drivers that are on the outside looking into the top 30 in points include guys such as Kyle Keefe, Bob Jones, Jessica Shelton, Stephanie Naylor, Zach Flickinger, among many others. As currently 30th in points is Dylan Poteet, who's been free-falling big time in the standings, but luckily for him, he's 45 points ahead of 31st, so it's starting to get down to the wire of guys gonna have to start stepping it up and hope the guys in front of them in points start to slip back quite a good bit. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the top 10 the lineup. On the pole, it is Dorian Facepuncher. Starting next to him is Anthony McCrory. Row 2 is Tanner Sullivan and the king of Lime Rock, David Rivera. Row 3 is Jessica Shelton and James McLeod. Row 4, the most recent road course winner, Zach Rogers, and next to him, Jonathan Zorline. And then row 5, DJ Curtis and Pichu London. Without further ado, let's get the command to fire engines for the Mountain Dew 300 at Lime Rock.
Drivers, start your engines!
So a lot of these guys starting up here in the top 10 are looking for their first win this season. Facepuncher looking for his first one since the Season 8 finale at Armory Digital. Anthony McCrory looking for his first win this season. Same with Rivera and Sullivan and Jessica Sheldon trying to get her first win in a long, long time. James McLeod is the highest of the field starting that has a win already this season, so he's looking for his second. So this is going to be quite a race here for you people to enjoy as Pace Car pulls into pit road, and we're getting set for 10 laps of great road course racing. And here we go, and boogity boogity boogity, let's go racing, boys and girls. And Dorian Facepuncher leads the first lap and has a near 1.5 second lead over new second place driver Tanner Sullivan, as a battle for third is brewing between Jessica Sheldon and Anthony McCreary. Sheldon started fifth and is trying to work herself into the top three, as she is working on trying to get clear of McCreary. And whoa, she had to back out of throttle right there, and now she's going to lose some time right there, and now she's going to go by McCreary. And then behind this, it was a battle for fifth. Zach Rogers now has gone by David Rivera, aka the King of Lime Rock, and now Rogers going to be working on Anthony McCreary for the fourth position. And Zach Rogers comes into this race 37th in points, and he is more than 70 points out of 31st, so he's still going to have a lot of work to do in order to get himself into that top 30 and also carry the bonus, and also to carry that win he had from Sonoma over and hope to get a win or two later in the season in order to get a wild card spot for the chase for the championship. Back up at the front, Facepuncher continues to pull away. Looking around the field, pretty dicey. And back here I see Dylan Poteet running in the back, and that's not what he needs. Poteet has been free-falling big time in points. He is the driver in 30th in the standings, and this ain't good for him, because there are guys who qualified into the race that were just barely outside the top 30 that could gain a whole lot of points on him. Excuse me. Look at this, a battle on track between the future husband and wife couple of Johnny Gardner and Stephanie Naylor, and Naylor's going to go by Gardner on track. I'm not sure for what spot it was. Somewhere outside the top 10. And I see Anthony McCreary trying to work on Tanner Sullivan, and that's for the third spot, as Jessica Sheldon actually went by Sullivan for position on track for second. As we are a lap away from halfway, and McCreary's still on that back bumper of the 18. Rogers kind of watching the action as David Rivera's got two guys behind him, DJ Curtis and rookie Jonathan Zorleen. Michael Norman running in 9th right now, as it's a three-car battle for the 10th spot with James McLeod, Dylan Thoreau, Pichu London. McLeod's going to win that battle. And whoa, some contact right there with the 25 of Matthew Dallio and the 48 of Austin LaPlante. As I'm looking around the field to keep an eye on things and make sure that there hasn't been any wrecks occurring so far, and so far so good, as Facepuncher has been the dominant car all day long so far, 2 seconds ahead of Shelton right now. And the battle for third is still ongoing between McCreary and Sullivan, and here comes McCreary with a run to the inside of Sullivan. Now the question is, can he make it stick here in the next couple of corners as we're coming to the bus stop, and he's going to get the advantage. And that also helps to bring Zach Rogers up to Tanner Sullivan for the fourth spot now. So great move by McCreary to go by Sullivan. That's for third. Rogers trying to reel in the 18, and once again that is for the fourth spot on track. And actually up at the front, Sheldon actually gained a little bit on Dorian Facepuncher, but it's going to have to take a lot more than just 0.3 of a second to get by the dominant 62 car, as Rogers right on the back bumper of Tanner Sullivan. And whoa, I heard some scraping and hits. Not sure where. Oh, there's a little bit of damage on Daniel Gilbert's machine. Oh, we had a crash. It was Kyle Matthews and Chris Washer involved. Something must have happened with them two along with Gilbert. Lower right of your screen, you will see what happened, and it looked like it was coming off the final corner because they're both stuck right there. And man, actually, Sheldon is gaining big time on the 62. I'm not sure if the 62 is just making big mistakes and Sheldon happens to be running precisely perfect on this track or what, but if Sheldon continues to reel in the 62 like this, we could have a battle for the lead on the last lap between Sheldon and Face Puncher. As we continue to look on throughout the field, almost contact between Trent Dunham and PJ Williams back there. As Washer and Matthews are just stuck on the inside guardrail. I don't know why, but I guess they're trying to get back going. Meanwhile, Face Puncher leading by less than a second over Sheldon. With 2 laps to go, does Sheldon have enough for the 62, though? That is the big question. Back here to battle for 4th. Continues to rage on between Rogers and Sullivan as Rogers is right on the back bumper of the 18. And actually, James Qualls got a little bit of damage in that mess. Let's see where the 94 is. Oh, there he is on track still. Still running pretty decent. At least as far as keeping away from trouble. As the white flag is out and Sheldon cut that lead in less than half. Chris Washer still going. It's like Face Puncher's car is just not as quick as Sheldon, and Sheldon is coming fast on the 62. So this is going to be big if Sheldon can reel him in real quickly, but she's starting to run out of time as we're halfway through the racetrack. I don't think she's going to be able to get him. Maybe if we had a few more laps, she probably could have, but I don't think she's going to be able to get to the 62. Coming out of the final corner, dominating performance, Dorian Face Puncher wins the Mountain Dew 400 at Lime Rock. But props to Jessica Sheldon for, at one point, being 2 seconds back, reeled in to get about 4.5 tenths behind the 62. But man, I tell you, if we had a couple more laps, she probably could have had some for the 62. But still props to her. But anyways, let's look at the rest of the results as Sheldon came away with a great finish in 2nd. That's going to help her chances out of trying to get back into the top 30 in points. Anthony McCrory, great run, solid run in the 3rd spot. Tanner Sullivan, solid performance in 5th. And Zach Rogers, great run in 5th. DJ Curtis starting to get back on a momentum streak. Comes away in a good finish of 6th place. Dylan Thoreau with a great run in 7th. Great solid performance for James McLeod in 8th. Jonathan Zorleen, the highest rookie in the race, finishing 9th. And then Jesse Setti rounds out the top 10 with a great run in 10th. Rest of the top 20, Matthew Dalio, Austin LaPlante, Michael Norman, Pichu London, David Rivera, Devin Becker, Stephanie Naylor, Jake Baskinger, Carson Gum, Angel Navarro. Rest of the top 30, Ryan Acosta, Johnny Gardner, Tim Walsh, Sean Galligan, Preston Plore, Joshua Collard, Trent Dunham, Sky Commons, Austin Mongold, PJ Williams. Then it was Dylan Young, Seth Cole, Daniel Gilbert, John Cittadino, Dylan Poteet, Nathan Hudson, Katie Cochran, Charles Sanford, and James Qualls that finished the race on the lead lap. And then Kyle Matthews and Chris Washer finished laps down and actually one car out of the race. And that was Matt McIntyre, so he must have had a bad crash along with Matthews, Washer, and Daniel Gilbert. So But anyways, thank you guys for watching today's races. Now, we take a break from points racing as we get set for All-Star break at Dragonette, and that's going to be quite exciting. So, like I said, this Friday, no race will be uploaded. Instead, it'll be the fan vote video for you guys to vote on who you want to see participate in the All-Star race with the other drivers. Monday will be the All-Star Open, and then next Wednesday will be the All-Star race itself. And then that week on Friday, we return to points racing with the final race of the first half of the regular season at Charlotte. But until then, here are your results, rookie points and regular points heading into all that. And this is Levi McIntyre, signing off.